Early this year, I got my first ever 100,000 subs on my YouTube channel, Shoutout Cartoons. Don't believe me?
It's right there. That's the proof right there.
Can't get it off. Hold on, let me give you a second. Thumbnail. Alright, that's enough. Now, after receiving that 100,000 subs, I felt over the moon. I couldn't have been happier. And I want to just start this video off by saying thank you. Now I'm going to end this video talking about how I want to do so much more than just make cartoons. That's really the purpose of this video. So okay, this is what this is coming down to. For the past, 5 to 6 years now, I have been working on that Shoutout Cartoons channel, and I've just been pumping out cartoon after cartoon after cartoon. There was a time, I can't remember if it was 2024 or 2025, when I was just making a cartoon almost every week. It was kind of crazy. And doing that, I felt like I was giving the internet a side of myself that was extremely jokey, extremely parody, meme-worthy, all this stuff. And I never really made something that kind of just had myself in it, if that makes sense. I worked on little projects here and there that showed my face and got me involved, but I never really got to just sit down, look at the camera like the way I am now, and just talk. Little interesting thing about me, I like to have opinions, and I like to talk about them, and I like to just think about things and how they work. And it's really weird doing this because this is kind of the first time I've actually gone out there and expressed myself, look at the camera, and talk about things I want to talk about. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for a long time, I've been making these cartoons, being behind the scenes, not really showing my face. And now that I have 100,000 subs on that channel, I want to start something new. Don't get me wrong, I'm still making cartoons. Let me get that objectively clear, okay? I'm still making cartoons. I'm still finishing series. I still want to do my parodies. I love my cartoons. I love making them. But I'm also wanting to seek something else. And I guess that's why I'm starting this channel. Whenever I started my Shoutout Cartoons channel in 2016, I was just a kid that saw YouTubers making content and thought, I want to do that. That seems so cool. Yes, I was an odd ones out kid, okay? No, I'm not autistic. I don't think I am. But when I would see these bigger YouTubers blow up and make these cartoons and talk about their stories, I always thought that it was not only inspirational, but it was also really entertaining, and I wanted to get involved with that. So when I started the channel, that's exactly what I did. I think whenever you're a kid or you're first starting a YouTube channel, you kind of mimic the YouTuber that you were inspired by. And back then, when you were making an animation channel, it was kind of standard for you to make storytime animations. I did that. Are they all great? No. Do I regret making them? It would be harsh for me to say yes, but no, not really. Kind of, somewhat. But I feel like I learned a lot from that era of storytime animations. And it really got me thinking, I don't like talking about my personal life, kind of. And then that got me to wanting to just make Robot Chicken mad style cartoons. And I quite honestly, I'm still doing that formula till this day, and I love it. So when I started doing that, I think I was somewhat making cartoons on and off for that first 4 years. And then the past 2 years, I've recently taken the cartoon channel a little more seriously. That first year of the 2 that I committed myself to it, I uploaded every week. It kind of slowed down afterwards, but I was still trying to ramp out as many cartoons as I could. It wasn't until those last 2 years where the channel started getting traction, people started watching more, cartoons started going viral, Bluey but Brian. And from all that, it eventually got me up to 100,000 subs this year. And I know that's not a lot compared to a lot of channels out there, but to me, when I saw the number go up to 100,000, I was like, oh my gosh. I've been wanting to see this since I was 16 years old. I've been wanting that plaque since I was 16 years old. And it's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it. It made a bunch of gears turn in my head, and I started thinking, what if I keep going? That's an actual thought that was in my head. What if I do keep going, And I kept going, and it's almost been half a year since I got 100K, and I'm still making shorts. I'm working on my own series, which I'm having a lot of fun doing, working with a lot of talented people. And I guess amongst doing all the creative work, I wanted to do something for myself, which is how this channel kind of came to being. A part of me was like, why not just turn on a camera and just talk to it? I feel like with a lot of the cartoons, you get an aspect of myself that's not fully me. Because again, I'm writing these characters that have to think like a different character. I apply my own aspects to them because I feel like that's what every writer does. They always apply like little aspects of themselves into their characters, but it's never fully themselves unless the character is based off them. And I feel like whenever I write these characters, I write these jokes or I tell these jokes, some of them are like inside jokes, some of them are like personal kind of gripes I have with myself, but it's not fully me. And with these videos, I want it to be fully me, just spewing whatever kind of bullshit that I'm spewing in front of the camera. To me, that is the most authentic I can be. Or who knows, maybe whatever I do or say on this channel will bleed right back into the cartoons. It's just a different thing I want to try. I love just creating things and trying new things, and if I feel comfortable, I feel uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I don't like being stagnant. I don't want to be stuck in the same spot. I want to constantly move. I want to try different things. I want to try different projects, different forms of art, creativity. And I'm fueling that by making this video and making this channel. I think I'm going to start calling these yap sessions because I feel like that's all I'm really just doing. I'm just talking about whatever interests me at the time. And that's really what it's going to come down to. I'm going to leave you with this. I don't know what to expect from this channel, but I do know what I'm expecting from the other channels. I want to make cartoons. I want to tell stories. Go subscribe to Shoutout Cartoons. Go subscribe to the Shorts channel. I have a lot of projects that I'm working on, including this one right here. So subscribe to this channel as well, so that way you can see whatever I'm cooking up. And if you enjoyed listening to me talk for the past, I don't know, what is it, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 7? Am I overshooting it? If you took time out of your day to just watch this video and listen to me talk, I am grateful. I'm very grateful. I feel like documenting what you have to say or what you're doing is very important, especially in a time where we have cameras accessible everywhere, including in our pocket. And with the projects that I want to work on, the stories that I want to tell, I really want to be able to document everything that I can do, everything that I can say, because odds are, I don't know what's next for me. I don't know what's next for this channel. I don't know what's next for the cartoon channel. But the fact that I was able to make it this far with 100,000 subs on one of my channels, it makes me just want to keep going. It makes me want to see what I can do next. And that's really what this channel is all about. Okay, I'm done talking. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I had to make a first video about something. So this is the topic. Was there a topic attached to this? I don't even think there was. I'm going to be honest with you. Watch the cartoons.